Rafizi Ramli confirmed that he voted in favour of the Prime Minister term limit bill in the Dewan Rakyat yesterday. Meanwhile, Muhyiddin was asked to comment on Hamzah Zainudin's sacking from Bersatu. Stay tuned for his response. Several MPs have clarified their position on the PM term limit bill after it failed to pass by just 2 votes. This included Pandan MP Rafizi Ramli.
Pandan MP Rafizi Ramli has clarified that he voted in favour of the constitutional amendment bill to limit the Prime Minister's term to 10 years yesterday. In a post on X, Rafizi said that what he and his allies wanted amended was the Attorney General's separation bill. This came amid rife speculation about who the 8 government MPs absent during the votes were. Petaling Jaya MP Lee Chen Chung also denied that the 2 of them and 8 other PKR MPs who raised questions on the separation of the Attorney General and Public Prosecutor bill failed to cast their votes on this. He said claims that they had skipped the votes was a blatant lie and stressed that all PKR MPs voted for the amendment. He added that the issue of separating the Attorney General and Public Prosecutor is an entirely different constitutional amendment than the PM's term limitations. Yesterday's Speaker Johari Abdul said 146 MPs voted in support of the bill, falling just 2 votes short of the 2/3 majority or 148 votes required to amend the Constitution. He said a total of 32 MPs were absent while another 44 did not vote. The identities of the government MPs who did not vote will only be known when the Hansard is published. However, both PKR and DAP have declared full attendance and the support of their party's MPs.
The opposition also commented on the matter. Opposition leader Hamzah Zainudin said it was the government's job to ensure they had the numbers.
Perkara kedua yang saya ingin sampaikan adalah kedudukan rang undang-undang yang semalam ditolak oleh ahli parlimen kerajaan. Yang nak salahkan pembangkang ni pasal apa? Kalau tengok daripada ucapan ahli-ahli parlimen pembangkang, semuanya mengatakan kami bersetuju tetapi dengan syarat. Kalau syarat itu tidak diambil kira, maka bermakna bukan kita tolak, kita abstain. Semua kita ni tidak mengundi. Ada yang keluar daripada Dewan, ada yang tidak mengundi. Jadi nak salahkan, kenapa? Sebab daripada awal lagi kita dah maklumkan perkara ini. Yang jadi masalahnya adalah ahli parlimen kerajaan yang tidak mengundi. Yang itu yang patut disalahkan. Kerana kerajaan mempunyai duty untuk mempertahankan usul mereka. Bukan nak menyalahkan pembangkang yang abstain.
From now on, you can also listen to KiniNews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us.
Back to Hamza, he broke his silence today on his next political move after being sacked as Bersatu Deputy President and expelled from the party.
Opposition leader Hamzah Zainudin has confirmed that there are ongoing discussions about the possibility of him taking over a political entity named Parti Keluarga Malaysia. Hamza said this when asked to confirm a Berita Harian report that quoted Parti Keluarga Malaysia founder Khairi Jaya. According to Berita Harian, Khairi had claimed the takeover is almost 90% certain based on recent discussions with Hamza and Tasik Gulugor MP Wan Saiful Wanjan.
Berbincang dengan mereka. Bagaimana kalau kita ambil parti tersebut?
Oh, jadi bolehkah kami tulis mentebak pengesahan daripada Dato' Syed akan mengambil alih atau ada perbincangan?
Sedang membincang bagaimana nak mengambil alih.
90% lah. 99%. Boleh.
No, it's all involved with so many other things. Jadi sebab tu kita sedang bincang.
Ada apa sebarang technical issue?
Itulah kan technicality-nya sebab dari segi perlembagaan.
When asked if he would assume the presidency should the takeover proceed, Hamza asked if he could become president. Hamza had been expelled from Bersatu on February 13th amid an intense leadership tussle with party president Muhyiddin Yassin. The very next day, Hamza launched his reset movement, which had so far sparked mass resignations among division-level leaders nationwide.
Meanwhile, Muhyiddin has addressed the party disciplinary body's action against Hamza.
Bersatu President Muhyiddin claimed that Hamzah Zainudin had initiated a negotiation with UMNO behind the party's back. He reportedly said that Hamza had committed many violations, and among them was being behind an alleged move that divided the party internally, which was the reason for his sacking. Sinaharan reported Muhyiddin as saying that Hamza committed many wrongs which had piled up, and that was why he was brought before the disciplinary council. He cited an example where UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said during a meeting that he had met and held discussions with PAS and Bersatu. According to Muhyiddin, he had asked about this claim in the party chat group, but there was no response. However, he said that he had reliable information that Hamza met Zahid. He stressed that in the party there is discipline, and this is a serious issue. Muhyiddin further alleged that Hamza was planning to bring Bersatu to cooperate with UMNO and form a government. Meanwhile, Berita Harian reported Muhyiddin as urging PAS to name its candidate for opposition leader as soon as possible. He said it was crucial for Perikatan Nasional to replace Hamza immediately, as the latter had been sacked from Bersatu.
If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe.
A university student was charged with desecrating the Quran and posting offensive content. He pleaded not guilty to both charges.
A university student was charged at the Kuantan Sessions Court today with desecrating the Quran and posting offensive content on social media last month. Bernama reported that a 21-year-old S. Vignaswaran pleaded not guilty to both charges before Judge Harmi Tamri Muhammad and claimed trial. According to the charge sheet, the man allegedly desecrated the Quran to offend Islam at around 1:30 p.m. on February 22nd. The charge was framed under Section 295 of the Penal Code, which carries a maximum jail term of 2 years, a fine, or both upon conviction. For the second charge, he allegedly used an account on Threads to knowingly post offensive communication intended to offend others. The charge was brought under Section 233(1)(a) of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998, with penalties under Section 233(2) of the same act. Under the said law, he faces up to 500,000 ringgit in fine, 2 years imprisonment, or both, and an additional 5,000 ringgit for each day the offense continues. The court set bail at 10,000 ringgit for both charges and ordered the student to report to the police monthly. The case is scheduled for mention on April 8th.
A DAP MP is calling on the ministry to provide a clear answer about Jho Low's Interpol raid notice. Here is more on that.
Pakatan Harapan's Kampar MP Chong Jae-min has called on the Home Ministry to give a clear answer about the status of Malaysia's Interpol red notice against Low Taek Jho. In a statement, he accused Home Minister Saifuddin Astion Ismail of merely explaining Interpol's protocols instead of answering whether there is an arrest notice for Low. This came after the Dewan Rakyat published Saifuddin's written response to Chong's earlier question about Putrajaya's efforts to locate and arrest the fugitive business person. In a statement, Chong said that while the government states that its commitment remains firm, the answer given in Parliament failed to address the central question. He added that Malaysians were not told whether there is currently an active Interpol red notice against Low. He said the minister explained Interpol's autonomy and the complexity of international protocols. However, he stated that these explanations do not substitute for transparency. In his parliamentary reply, Saifuddin had said that Malaysia remains committed to locating and arresting Low. He explained Interpol's autonomy in managing its notices and that many red notices are not published publicly, especially in cases that involve financial crimes. Saifuddin added that the case involves the legal jurisdiction of multiple countries, and revealing the specific status can affect ongoing legal and diplomatic strategies.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm John. Thanks for watching.